Hi, so now we are going to learn about triggers. We access triggers from the KApps window, and then we have all the triggers listed there: X positive, X negative, Y positive, Y negative, Z positive, Z negative, and grip. If we select the preset, the factory preset is very sensitive. The sensitivity should be up in all of them and the articulation down. So what happens here is that these are being triggered right now because even if I have set down my cable, which I have on the table, the accelerometers are still sensing some movement. So they're really, really sensitive. I can turn these down a little bit so that is not as sensitive. And but still, if I were to move my bow, I still get the triggers to react. I will bring them down a little more even. Articulation is used to counteract the bounce back from each of these accelerometers. So we have positive and a negative, and in order not to get a negative every time you move one way, there is a little bit of bounce back. And so this articulation counteracts this, and we can bring it up a little bit more so that these triggers are more discrete. We know that X positive is one way and X negative is another way, and even if there's a little bounce back, then it will still, because we have brought up the articulation values up, then it won't be recognized as a trigger itself. And then we have the grip trigger. Here we can assign these triggers to play MIDI notes. So I don't have a MIDI device that plays notes, but we do have general MIDI, and I will select it for all of them. And this is the built-in general MIDI, right? So I will just go down channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and assign a note to each of them. I will start at 40, then jump to 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and then this one I will make 80. So now all I will have to do is move my bow around, trigger these, and it will play these MIDI notes. And the grip. So this is how the triggers work. You can also use these triggers as a modulation source in all of the other applications in KApps, and to be able to do that, the triggers need to be on in this application. So you can save presets so that they're not that sensitive, they're a little less sensitive, and actually only you would have to be very deliberate about your movements for them to recognize them as triggers.